What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the AEW Collision Review video on January 11, 2024. January 11, 2025. And and before I get it started on the video, I want to say that unfortunately I won't be making the Saturday's edition of the wild card game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers because I didn't got a chance to start an account later on. But we got the show started with Chris Jericho and his students and Adam Cope, I should say. And FTR got things to say about the learning tree, like with Brian, and also Brian Keith hilarious. He said it's gonna be a clean ass sweep, which I start dying with laughter. You know what time it is. He's definitely gonna be getting the number. And like we got Adam Copeland. Jericho called Cope the Dope, or Adam Copeland the Cope the Dope, whatever he calls him, which got me dying with laughter. And this is where they start sending messages to their respective opponents tonight, like in the opener in the main event that they're gonna beat them. But this is where we got Cope and Dax the Axe said they're gonna chop down the learning tree by taking down them, and Dax the Axe promises that he's gonna take the chance from here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was like, funny coincidence because wasn't isn't the next other company's upcoming show's gonna be in that particular city? But we're gonna get into that in a later video for a later day. But yeah, this is where we got things started with Cope and Big Bill, which Big Bill was kind of too much for him at first. But when he went to the ringside, he traps the Redwood student and tripped him right over face first, right onto the some of the steel steps. That's where he's doing right face first, right into Barry's tombstone, where he hits him right down the announce table. That's where Chris Jericho's like that should have been disqualification. Like, disqualified is for. He's gonna take out his poor commentary desk, like if he's Simon Miller, like my boy would say. He was like, he's destroying the announcer's desk, like which like the only person next to Chris Jericho would say that it is the master of the ups and downs. But this is where we got Chris Jericho. What, come on, what everybody. This is what Chris Jericho hilariously said, like, quiet up people here in Atlanta, like, shut y'all's mouths. And this is why I was like, man, I just wish he's back in commentary because this guy just knows how to speak and know how to get the fans wild up. But this is where we got Cope pins him right back up. This is where we got Jericho to start referencing their time over the other company, even becoming tag team champions. This is where Jericho pointed out, like, when Cope was injured, he had to find somebody else that replaced him as a sub. More likely a full-time replacement, like he's a tag team champion, and that man happens to also be on AEW. Like, as a matter of fact, he's in gorilla position. It's that whale dude, yeah. I always keep talking about that. Always sitting in the gorilla position with Anthony Khan. But this is where we got this 7-footer, like that was wrestling the rated R superstar, flips Colt right back out of the ring. That's where then he picks him right up, trying to snake on him, right up to Adam the announce table, trying to get some justice. But when he does, Jericho found this very high praising. But I think but either way, I think like Big Bill is gonna be an amazing star, and that's where this city, only city in particular, which I thought that other city that they're about to be in, the worst city of the United States, was gonna be saying this to Big Bill, but no, like it was it was this city that was Big Bill stuck with. Normally, like this, he gets praise, like he gets cheered. But maybe it's because he's wrestling a legendary wrestler, I guess you could say. That would make sense why they're also booing him. Because, like, if it was somebody else, they would at least cheer him in some capacity. But that's where Brian Keith's like, you take care of him, Big Bill. And this is where he gave a high five to Chris Jericho while they were in commentary, which just started cracking up. I was like, yeah, these guys are about to be stars in their own rights in their respective singles runs. Like when that time does come, but it's where Big Bill then hits a chop, like if he's like a little bit more of a skinny version of that whale guy that's now sitting in gorilla position with Anthony. But this is where we got. And this is where we got Big Bill. It's up Adam. Just hits another chop right onto his chest. Where like I'm not, I don't think I'm done yet. This is where start doing the shimmy with his pecs, like woo, like it gave me the chills. Just even though I'm doing it, but this is where we got. This is where Bill was like, "Who wants to see me do more?" This is where fans like none of us do this. Where people are like, "Oh, come on!" Like he came here to see me, but this is where the fans were not buying it. This is where he started hitting some chops right onto the chest on the cope. And I was like, yeah, if he was fighting somebody else, like he probably would be over right now. But maybe I'm probably wrong here because it looked like they were just booing him because he is the heel. This is where we got Bill to toss Cope right back in the ring. This is where he throws him right to Simba. This is where we got. This is where Big Bill then send him right back in the ring. This is where we got Big Bill then picks up Cope, and this is where he starts squeezing him right in the back of his neck. This is where we got. This is where I got or himself the two the best to take out the rated R superstar. This is where we got Cope trying to go for clothesline, but it's where Bill was not staying down. It's where go. It's where then Cope then went right to the bottom course. That's where he started trying to go turn to the big, tall version of Big Paul, Big Paul Bunyan. I believe that's what's called. A tall version of Paul Bunyan, like you said, of that very famous lumberjacker, but. Once he cut a piece of the learning tree off of Big Bill, this is where Big Bill still kicks out at 2.6, but this is where Copeland gets himself right back up. It really go for like either a signature or finisher. Like, I'm gonna hit my certain signature I used to do. This is where he gets countered into the bottom court side. He ducks forward and back, clotheslines until he went right back to the bottom court side. Hits a boss man slam right in the middle of the ring, which used to be Big Bill's finishing maneuver, which I think he must have downgraded is a signature, maybe for a good reason because it looked less devastating compared to the. But it was still because the big boots like more irrelevant than that big boss man. So, but it's where then Jericho pointed out. This is where Jericho pointed out that big boss man was the one that invented that maneuver. Rest in peace to him, and don't give my condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Even though it's 20 years late, but yeah, this is where he started saying he just lived right down the road from here, and because it's from Georgia, where we got. Remember we got Big Bill that was about to go for a maneuver, but Jericho tried to go for a distraction to help Big Bill to do a cheap shot. But that's where they realized that nothing cheap. That's where other than just exposed turnbuckle, that's where I nearly snaked eyes the Cope. But this is where Cope pushed him right to the court. Luckily, did not get hit right to exposed turnbuckle. But that's where we got. Copeland nearly gets foot brought over to the side, but luckily he right out of the ring. But he tried to get back, but he hits him with an uppercut. That's where Jericho was playing it off by not knowing that he don't know why the ring post, or not ring post, the turnbuckle was exposed, and that's very inappropriate even for me to say. But this is where we got. This is where we got Big Bill to try to go for suplex on the Cope. This is where we got. And we're going to Big Bill and try This is a Big Bill trying to go for a super, but this is where Cope stopped. This is where he hit the face first, right onto the exposed turnbuckle. This is where he hit the sunset flip power bomb as soon as he got back in. This is where we got the rated R superstar trying to go for a pin, but this is where we got what's that Big Bill kicks out of it yet again. This is where Jericho's like, come on, Redwood Big Bill, dig deeper than you ever dig before in your life. This is where Big Bill's like, okay, I'm gonna get my. But that's where we got Jericho and Nigel McGuinness was agreeing that Cope should have been disqualified for and like quote unquote cheating. That's where Cope tried to go for a spear yet again, but it's where it was not a guarantee because. Oh no, yeah, it wasn't guaranteed this time, but let's say the next time it was. But this is where we got. But it's where we got Big Bill then leaped right over Cope, which I never thought he would, or even at all. Like in that case, like I never seen him did this before. I thought he never will do that, even though he is a little more athletic than any average 7-foot wrestlers. But this is where we got him trying to go for a big boot, which is finisher, trying to go for 3. But this is where fans start chanting Cope, but Jericho was getting annoyed, like if it's Kurt Angle getting annoyed when the fans start chanting what. But this is where we got. But that's where we got Big Bill trying to go for a choke slam. He ends up getting countered to a impaling DDT. That's where Copeland tried to go for his finisher, which he managed to hit. But you will not believe what happened, even though it wasn't guaranteed because the first time did not work. So he checked the second time. That's where he tried to go for a pin. But this is where Bill kicked out right at the record-breaking 2.999, 99999 double triple nine of the ninedoms like that I've ever seen in wrestling. But it's where we got. But it's where Cope was like, how did he kick that? That's where he knew he got choked. So that's where Cope then. That's where Cope then take a page, probably out of the Learning Tree's playbook, to grab onto the referee's color shirt. This is where this hypocritical son of a biscuit iced tea chicken hotcakes, man. What's his name? Nigel McGuinness, unfortunately not Okada, but the hypocrite said, "You little dirty son of a." Well, he didn't say the swear word, but this is where. But that's where I got Copeland started going for elbow strikes right to the shoulder, where Copeland started saying he cheated. This is where then we got Copeland hit. This is where then. But yeah, like after he low blow, Big Bill, and then go for the spear. He started some elbow strikes right to the shoulders, then hits a rear naked choke, taking a page out of John Moxley's playbook, letting him know that he is after and for the AEW World Championship. That's where he made Big Bill pass out, like slowly but surely. But this is where we got Big Bill and not Big Bill, Brian Keith and Jericho come in the ring and try to give some justice for their teammate Big Bill. Like this is where they're kicking his rear end because they're disrespecting the Learning Tree. But it's where we got Cope's best friends, FTR, coming out, started fighting them. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And this is where Cope started hitting some right hands to the face onto the Big Bill while Jericho and what's his name and Cash Wheeler to start taking out Brian Keith and Jericho. But this is where we got the referees and security started trying to break this fight up, but they barely did so because first they let that slow them down, to get at one another, like with this brawl until the Learning Tree got tired. They went right to the left side. And I was like, man, like is it just me or this mid card collision feud is starting to get more interesting and well invested? But let me know in the comments down below if it had you intrigued as well. But anyways, this is where Chris Jericho's like, this isn't over yet. Like, I still have you, Dax the Axe, which he does, and let's just say exactly how we expected it to be. But it's where they start advertising for John Moxley and John Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs and Kenny Omega and Brian Cage, which they were hyping things up with Omega making his return like on screen on AEW last week, but he's gonna be making his in-ring return in this coming Wednesday when he goes stepping inside the worst city of the United States, which I'm not gonna get into, for Maximum Carnage. And who do you think gonna win all these matches in particular? But this way they also showed the women's first ever women's casino gauntlet match, calling it the most signature, I'll say, match types in all of AEW. Like in a casino, and this is the first time we're gonna be doing a women's version, and then every single woman's gonna be in that gauntlet match, except for one special one in particular. Well, I can understand why they didn't put this particular women's wrestler on there, like for many good reasons. Like maybe it's not time for this wrestler to go after for the AEW Women's Championship, but let me know in the comments down below and let me know who you think I'm referring to. But this is where we move on. We got Heyman on page like was in an in-ring, a backstage promo. That's where then he's that's where he sent a message to Christopher Daniels. Like Christopher Daniels, like I know, like what you trying to say to me, like, and he was like. Like, and I humor you, like maybe for too long, because who you were from the last months. Like when I met you 14 years ago, like I was just a kid, and you were just the first wrestler that I met who ever done anything, like who told me that I could do some stuff. And this was like, so like I got to hear you for a while now, but I listened for too long. Like in last Saturday, you crossed a line. Like when you lay hands on me, like which he'd sound like if he's the victim. Like, but like the thing is, he slapped Christopher Daniels across the face. Like he just, but it's where. But it's like he put your hands on me. He said, like when he said like hands on him, but yeah, he's the one that lay hands on him. So, but it's where then he had the nerve and the audacity to say he's gonna pay that price, and then. And on Saturday on Collision in Cincinnati with like the Maximum Carnage edition next Saturday. Is where he's like, and you'll see him in a Texas death match. But this is where we got. But this is what before I get out, this is what Heyman pays. Like I have decided who he will be, like before he gets prepared for that. And he's gonna wake up every morning, like he's gonna make that same decision over and over again. He'd rather injure and maim, like he'd rather tear every life on this earth apart, but that does not sound like a legal activity to do. That's where he's like, yeah, I didn't be that man that I was last year, couldn't win no championship. Like, yeah, you made your bet, Chris. Like. But the next Saturday, like, I'll lay you down, like, right in it. And, like, and I'm going to do it forever and ever. And that's where we got a response from the competent ball biscuit head by saying, like, and that basically saying that he accepts the challenge. Like, he shouldn't have woke up that was in him. Like, it was not because of the slap, but it was him calling him an old man. Like, and he's like, just because he did not have a really great, like 2024 does not mean that he still lost his touch, and and basically came out has regret his decision by waking this side of him, like that finally came back to him, and he will accept the challenge, and he will see him next Saturday. And then he basically telling him to be careful what he requested. But anyways, that's where we got the Bastard Pack, which is the only time I'm calling by his nickname, and that he was heading out to the ring because he had the match tonight. But before I get into that, second goes to what they call Cope and Big Bill. They put on a very super tremendous contest, because these guys know how to bring in the prestige in a wrestling match, like whether they're supposed to be tasked for a mid-card, an opener, or main event match, they just know how to make it look good. But anyways, this is where we got Pac took on Commando Decay. It took a rocket scientist to see what was going to happen in this match. It was a pretty decent match, but it just didn't bring in that spark, like when it comes to I'll say greatness, I guess you could say. Even though like that, I mean that in a compliment way rather than an insult. But that's where we got what's his name trying to go for a head cranking snapmare neck breaker on the commander, but commander flipped right out of it. This is where he didn't try. He goes right to the right side. This is where he gets headlocked by Pac. This is where he goes for a headlock kind of maneuver. This is where then we got. This is where we got what's his name. This is where Commander bouncing right to the left side to the right side. This is where Pac hit the shoulder tackle. This is where Pac starts shooshing everybody. Well, he didn't say shoosh because he would probably be getting cease and dismiss papers from the other company, or at least one in particular that's going about to be wrestling the luchador that formerly used to wrestle over here in this company. But this is where we got Commander with a K, then got back up. He's like, not so much Packy. This where then he tried to go. This is where we got Monkey Flip from what's his name from Commander with a K. This is where Pack somebody from Major got back up. This is where he ends up getting arm dragged up. But this is where he went right to the left side of the ringside area. This is where then we got Commander with a K hit a move. So this is where then he goes. This is where we got what's his name Commander with a K. Then they're going up right up on the top rope, under the top turnbuckle on the upper right side is where he started walking right up in that exact same corner. Hit a diving cartwheel flip and diving right on the Pac. That's where then he knocks him down. That's where he started fist pumping fans. Throws Pac right back in the ring, which he got sent right to the upper left side. He got to go for an attack, but gets kicked right in the gut. He hits face first, right into the top turn, right into the turnbuckle. This is where then we got. But that's where we got Pac and start stomping onto Commander with a K. This is where we got Pac and get thrown right to the right side. Right to the upper right side. Rephrase. That's where we got Pac to start shooting the fans yet again. That's where he start trying to sound like if he's what's that villain's name from Dora the Explorer? Senor Shush, something like that. Like they don't like instruments for some reason, but that's where Pac was like, stay out of my way. That's where Alex Abrahantes is like, what went wrong with you? I was agreeing with Alex Abrahantes. I'm like, yeah, like he used to be more better than this, but yet he's been brainwashed by the disgusting water from that worst city of the United States, which they're going to be heading into this Wednesday. But this is where we got Paxton, what's his name? Paxton, what's his name? Commander K went to the upper right side. This is where Pac tried to go for a kick right to the face. This is where he moved out of the way. This is where he tried to go for a drop kick on his own, but Pac moved out of the way from that. He gets pump kick right to his face. This is where we got Paxton sitting back in the ring, right to the ground. This is where he ends up getting denied at 2.6. If not 5, like a generic quarterback would call on the play, like on Madden. But this is where we got Paxton was thinking about what move he should hit next. Here's where Paxton tries to send him right to the right side, but Commander counter out of it. This is where he throws him right to the right side. Paxton they're crashing down. Here's where we got Commander hit a splash right onto a Pac, which Alex Abrahantes is very happy for his client to be get back in the offense side. Well, oh no, the first Pac was grabbing Alex Abrahantes with him saying, I finally get my hands on you. And this word that we got, luckily, what's the Commander with a K saved today. And then it's a very what they call it, like a captain's moonsault dive onto the Pac. This is where he's Alex Abrahantes like, yeah, and how'd you get when you mess with us? This is where we messed you back in this word. Then we got Commander with a K to hit him. But then it got a flip right face buster DDT maneuver. This is where we got Paxton going for a springboard moonsault to a spinning DDT. This is where we got. This is where we got Pac. Oh no, what's his name? Commander with a K trying to go for a pin. But this is where Pac kicks out at 2.2, if I'm not mistaken. This is where Commander K is like, how is this possible? This is where it starts stomping to get to get Pac right back up. But this is where I got Commander with a cage, jump right over Pac, try to go up in the top rope, but he gets drop kick and gets tripped right over, caught right up in the left side rope. This is where we got Pac was like, my neck. And then this is where we got Commander's like, my legs, and right in my family jewels. Like, hopefully you guys already have significant other, but that's a different story for a different day. But this is where we got Pac, then got Commander right into the upper left side when he rolled right in that side. But it's where he gets super kicked by the luchador that cannot even spell his name. And he hit the second super kick yet again. It's where Commander then go for a diving Canadian destroyer right onto Pac, which he went directly right up to him, right to the middle corner roll. This is where he tried to go for his finishing maneuver right off the top of the upper left side. And we got Commander in a 450 splash, but Pac didn't have the knees up. It's where it hits the brutalizer right on the Commander. This is where Pac's like, tap. And this is where he had nowhere else to go, just to tap. This is where Pac was like, yep, like that was an easy payday. This is where he got hand raised. This is where he waited like to leave the ring, like so his teammates could get in the ring, which was, I believe, Willa Yuta and Claudio, was it? Yeah. Because they had a match against the Outrunners up next. This is where they're like, it's our time to come out to the ring. This is where Pac's like, but wait, gentlemen, like before y'all do have this match, you gotta take care of this problem, like right here in the ring. This is where they're trying to do a three-way attack, but this is where luckily the Outrunners came out. Man, these guys are the best. And this is where they came out, started hitting some strikes right onto the Willer and Claudio. This is where we got packed and ran out there like a cowardly, I'll say, peasant, I guess you say, that don't want to be involved into the so-called danger. But this is where we got Truth Magnum through Willie Udo to the right side, hit the elbow strike. This is where we got Turbo Floyd through Claudio right into the upper right side. This is where we do the right to the left side. This is where we got Truth Magnum pitching right back up. This is where we throw them right to the face. The face went on back first, actually. This is where we start stomping onto them. This is where we hit some elbow strike, forearm strikes, I believe, actually. This is where we got immediately. This is where he tags in his left side, hits elbow strike, tags in. Snap mirrors, Willie Yuta hits the jawbreaker right onto Yuta. This is where Yuta somehow got back up. He ends up getting hit with a right hand by one of the Outrunners. That's where Truth Magnum grabs onto Wheeler. This is where he tags the Turbo Floyd. This is where he just started trying to go for a wrist up, but he ends up going for a headlock by Willie Yuta. But when we got the referee distracted, we started putting the Turbo Floyd's face right into the rope, which that's considered a rope break. This is where he stopped him at 2. This is where he was like, all right, let's stop. This is where Claudio comes in here to clothesline. Of course he would do that because he is a bald, not trying to offend nobody, including my boy Simon for being bald. Trying to ball shame here, but I'm just calling Claudio this. He's just a ball brainwashed a-hole, but this is where he clothesline Turbo Floyd. He just started to punches because he must have been controlled by boxing. But this is where my boy Turbo Floyd started coming back with the right hand to the face. But this is where he gets body slammed right to the right side. Claudio go for a double foot stomp. This is where we got the Swiss Cyborg started going for the abdominal stretch, or half a stretch maneuver, whatever you want to call it. This is where we got Claudio started going for an arm lock. This is where we got Claudio starting some punches right to the midsection. This is where we got Claudio answering right back with a European uppercut. This is where we got Claudio to go for another European uppercut. This is where we got Claudio to start hitting some right hands right to the midsection. Then start hitting some punches right, left, and followed up with the European uppercut as well. This is where we got. Regardless, this was gonna end up happening anyway. This is where I got double knees from Truth Magnum with a double cranking back suplex from Turbo Floyd. This is where Willie Yuta comes in, but this is where he gets hit with a right knuckle punch by Truth Magnum. Both him and Turbo Floyd close on both him and Claudio, respectively, out of the ring. But they're doing their Castagnoli his spot, but this is where he did tag. But this is where he gets flipped right over by Truth Magnet, but he ends up booting what's name right in the face out of the ring. Turbo Floyd is where he tags in Willa Yuta. This is where Willa Yuta did go for the heart attack, which is Claudio go for picking up what's the name? Truth Magnet to spine buster position while Willa Yuta hits a flying clothesline. This is where we got. This is where we got Willa Yuta trying to go for a suplex right onto Truth Magnum, but Truth Magnum blocks him with a suplex. This is where we got Willa Yuta kicks him right in the gun. This is where we got Willa Yuta trying to go for a suplex. But this is where we got Turbo Flow like, come on, tag me in. And this is where we got Claudio Castagnoli gets tagged in, hits him with a middle rope elbow drop. This is where we try to go for a pin, but this is where we got Truth Magnum kicks out. This is where Claudio sends him right to the bottom course. He flips Claudio with all the mercy from God right out of the ring in the bottom corner side. That's where fans start getting off their feet and trying to. And they're like, come on, tag in Turbo. This is where Claudio somehow, with all the speed in the world, comes in to try to prevent him, but it's where he nearly gets hip suplex or back body drop, which he ends up doing so, but it's where he gets hit with a sunset flip. That's where he escapes out of it, and it's where Claudio got back up, trying to go for clothesline. Truth ducks out of this way, tags in Turbo in. That's where Turbo Floyd came in, started body slamming both Claudio and Willa Yuta, and even body slam Truth Magnum, but right on to Willa Yuta. This is where they did their signature move, the double handshake, like straight of that the catchphrase, come here, you son of a biscuit iced tea chicken hot cake, with them showing their biceps, like they're flexed very much, which is impressively big, and a double elbow drop. This is where Turbo Floyd picks up Willa Yuta, but this is where Claudio grabs him, trips him right over. This is where he then hits with a clothesline. Willa Yuta then throws Turbo Floyd right to the bottom corner side, hits a European uppercut. It's where Willa Yuta try to go for a pin, but it's where we got Willa Yuta throws Turbo Floyd right to the right side. But Turbo Floyd smartly hits a sunset flip right onto the corner. But it's where he hits him in the middle of the ring. He got like a very fairly impressive pinfall count at 2.5, like a general quarterback will call. This is where you try to take a page when he got back up. But this is where Turbo Floyd, outsmarted him trying to go for a pin, but he only got 2.7 this time. But this is where he got 3. We got Will did a crucifix pin, like when Will you try to go for a roll up. But this is where it ends up with Turbo Floyd goes for a pin. But this is where we only got 2.999999999, which might be pulling away from being 3 into 9. But this is where we got. But it's where we got, what's his name, Willa Yuta try to go for a suplex. But it's where we got Turbo Floyd hit a sideways suplex. This is where we got Turbo Floyd try to go for a pin. He probably would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Swiss superhero. But this is where, or super villain at this case, because he's been brainwashed by that worst city of the United States and is leader of the diving splash right onto This is where Willa Yuta try to go for a pin. He gets the 1, 2, 3, unfortunately, which we all knew. And for this match being entertaining, though, I have to give it the blue ribbon 4th place spot. Like for them showing some really good talent. And like I said plenty of times before, and I know some of y'all are probably going to be getting very annoyed for me to keep bringing this up, but it's just the facts. Like the Outrunners look ready to be tag team champions. I just don't think it's gonna be now though, but it will probably be like eventually, like later on this year, and hopefully it will be at All In. But let me know in the comments down below when you think the Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum should be AEW tag team champions. But also, we also got. But this is where I start hyping things up for this coming Wednesday on AEW Maximum Carnage edition of Dynamite. Here's where they show all the matches, like that's going to be on the card. I totally forgot that Christian Cage is going to be taking on Hook. Yeah. But this is where I got the other second best match of the night, I guess you say. Or what the 3rd place? I think it was the Bronze Trophy of the night, actually. Was it? Yeah. I think it was the Bronze Trophy. Yeah. But it's where they start talking about like whoever wins the women's championship will face Mariah May, which I wish it was one in particular that I was hoping for, but that did not end up happening. But this is where we got. This is where Harvey Cameron impressively got Mariah May to a what they call a wheel, not wheelbarrow. It was a inside cradle, but it's where it not really got the full three, only got 2.6. But this is where she ends up getting headbutted. Like if Mariah is like her former mentor Tony Storm, but this is where we got fans are chanting for Harley, which I believe this is a slow babyface turn because she's been so over lately, and I think this should be the right path. Like when that time is right, they should definitely turn her into the light side. And also, like I'd say, Harley Cameron has been very entertaining, and yeah, it's like the more Harley, the better, and like not in the, to any unusual ways. Like, well, I'm saying like she's very entertaining. She may be a little crazy, but at least she's not creepy like some women's wrestlers that I know and in AEW, like which one in particular that was a sore loser by losing her championship over and at the Tokyo Dome. But anyways, where we got this is where we got what's her name, Harvey Cameron, go for a side rush leg sweep right on to. I gotta admit, even though she's not ready for a women's championship, but she did took Mariah May to her limits tonight, and yeah, that's why it's almost getting the second place spot. But it's ended up getting the bronze trophy of the night. But this is where usually I go for a pin, but this is where Harvey Cameron kicks out. No, Harvey. I'm talking about Mariah May. This is where it's on the Harls. This is where then Harvey kicks out at 2.3. This is where Mariah May said that should have been 2.9 or. But that's where we got Harvey Cameron. Then we got Mariah May, which I think there's another women's wrestler that has the double M initials, like is a women's champion in AEW. I don't know why you're doing this right now, Birdie Bird. But this is where we got. That's where we got Harvey Cameron. We got her with the Storm Zero. Went for the pin for the 1, 2, 3, which we already knew was going to be happening. Like until she faced either Tony or that other women's wrestler. I love you too, Birdie Bird. Like yeah, Harvey Cameron. Even though this was a non-title match, that's somebody that's in a major league in the women's division. Like she's gonna keep getting most wins in this division. But let me know in the comments down below. In respect, it's not my favorite championship reign that I've enjoyed in AEW like in the last few years. But it's where we saw Mariah May start kissing and even making out with the AEW Women's Championship. She would have still be champion because it wasn't on the line. It was a non-title match. But next up we got Brody King was in action against this guy named I think it was Travis Blackwell, I believe his name is. Yeah. No, not Travis. Trevor Blackwell. That's what his name, Trevor Blackwell.
Did you get that?
What?
That door.
I'll get it. 1 second. Anyways, we got Brody King. Then sent this poor guy right into the bottom left side. Hit some headbutts. Started to stop. He hit a headbutt. Escape out of the ring. This is where Brody King got chased after this black. Where he got stopped, however, by Julia Hart. Is that like your match isn't over, so you're not excused. This is where she let him know by just wiggling her finger around, twisting it, saying like nope, like not so fast. Is where we got Brody King throws after tackling him from behind. This is where he hits a runaway clothesline right onto the Trevor Blackwell. This is where, okay, I'll do it. Chill out. But anyways, it's where we got Brody King hits a cannonball right onto this poor guy. Follow that up with a dominating crucifix elbow. Crucifix pile driver maneuver for the 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, Brody King. Yes.
It's just dangerous to go down and both down.
I'll say I'll be careful doing that, but you should be safe. Excuse me.
We
Okay. Just a moment.
What's up, SNAs? Come on. Hi,
Which one?
You SNA? Bye. See you later.
Which one?
Bye.
Okay.
Like and subscribe and say bye. That's a nice cousin. So, holy moly! Break it down. Be careful. We have a spider, do you? We do. Whoa, watch out! Oh no, Mickey's falling. Joanne, I got this kid Snoopy Halloween.
But anyways, assassinators. This is where we got after that match. We move on right to that. But before I get that, I want to tell you, besides that, what were your thoughts on the squash match? And do you think is there any future in AEW? Is future in AEW? Unfortunately, like for his former leader and teammate, I guess I'm not sure if I should even say that because rumors have been speculating around. But anyways, fascinated.
Jordan!
Should be taking hold on now.
No!
What? Okay. But anyways, like, what do you think? What's the future of Brody King? Like, you think there's anything?
Julian, you made him red.
But yeah, do you think there's any main event future? Oh my God! Is there any day that I can stay up?
Oh my goodness! My sister put the chips there.
Yeah. Anyways, what do you think? What's in the future of Brody King? And do you think it involves like being in singles title divisions, like if not the world championship itself? Let me know in the comments down below. But I think Will Ospreay even referenced like that him and Buddy Matthews have a future long ahead of them in AEW. Like considering that the rumors about Malachi Black and potentially AEW, like and they're not sure if he's gonna be like in AEW for long. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like, and I want to ask you just one question. Like, do you think that Malachi Black is gonna be? Do you think? Do you think that do you think Malachi Black's gonna stay in AEW, or do you think he'll move on to another company? Whether if it's New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, the NCW, with that CMLL, or maybe even by saying congratulations. That's where before we get Bro can't even say much. Oh, like thank you, Don. Say I respect you and Buddy and Julie. And it's where the Cope was like the world like what like it's time you get rats like we'll rotten. And it's where the but yeah but I told you.
Whoa. I fell down, Julian. I fell down on that slide. Whoa! What was this? Whoa!
Okay.
Yeah, Daddy.
I might need your plate though, Trey.
Can you get us milk?
Yes.
Can you get us milk? That one. That one. See that? Hi. Hey, Cookie. No. No. What's this? What's it? Drag me over there. 1, 2, 3. Drag me over there. You like that? Yeah. But just wait till we get right here. Hey.
Yes. It's right on the tree. You all right? Go ahead, Gabby. Okay. Here's yours. Anyways, without any further interruptions, like
I think that's from K. BK. BK. Jordan, are you turning BK on? No. But come back.
without being interrupted yet again.
I did this.
This is where Daniel Garcia came out. This is where we got the master of the very famous viral dancing came out. This is where we got grappled. This is where we got Caddy Shibata sent Daniel Garcia right into the right corner side. This is where we got and then we got Caddy Shibata got him right to the right corner side. This is where this is where the referee like all right, let go 1, 2, 3, and that's where we got what they like Willie Yuta. I was Daniel Garcia that let go, but it's where they thought going for a little chop war, but they only got the second and third place spot. That's why we got Daniel Garcia just started getting chops like right onto the chest again, right up on the. I got right back up. He was like, "Yeah, you were very impressive." That's why he's like, "But can you keep this up?"
I'm acting like a.
In the list is where he picks up the Matt Menard shout out saying like, yeah, for forcing all professionals during the time of them doing this. Where we got.
Hi guys, I'm
Well,
Music.